Act exactly as you're supposed to, sir. Only the truth
Listen,
will set you free.
listen. After that cough came through, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be ugly."
That's what I'm saying. Shit. I don't know.
No, you're gonna be
I done,
fine. Ye of little faith, you will be fine.
I done coughed up blood in this bitch. I don't know, man.
Oh no, not blood. Oh, that'd be a great intro though.
Nigga, that's how you supposed to do the intro. That's what I'm talking about.
I feel like that's like where your best intros really come from, is where you just hear off the wall.
You're like, oh shit, we started. My bad. Hold up, hold up. You heard enough. I'm gonna drop my blunt.
I did. It's purple. Well, it's pink, but
All right, so this. I got a confession. I always thought Allison was white because she sound white as fuck.
oh, here's a confession. When I was 12 years old and a boy called me because he wanted to get to know me because my friend gave her number, when I showed up to school the next day to meet him, he was like, "Oh, I thought you were white," and I was like, "That's fine. That's how I get interviews."
You
So,
know, it's funny. The first time I think I had spoken with you, I had said, "I'm like you." Afterwards, I'm like, "You sound very
but
white."
here's the crazy part: I grew up in the DMV. Like I'm from here. I was born here.
You know, you say that,
Did
but
you
I
not
grew
just
up
see how
in
I
Brooklyn
had to put my shit down a little bit?
because
You're
she
supposed
has a
to.
very
Trey, that was literally my thought.
Why we gotta ask
listen,
you? We can ask her. Shit.
listen. Here's the thing. Like I said,
I
listen.
never saw her face before. I never saw her skin.
I grew up in a West Indian household in the middle of Brooklyn, New York, in the middle of the '90s, man. And I remember I once met this girl at the airport when I was flying back from like deployment, and I called her house one day, and her mom answered, and I asked to speak to her, and she came back, and she was laughing. I'm like, "What?" She was like, "My mom asked me if you were white." I'm like, "What?" She was like, "Is he white?" And I was like, "No." She's like, "Are you sure he's not white?" I was like, "Wow." That makes sense though. I've heard it plenty of times. I'm okay with that.
I mean, Deck sound white too, but she sounds like if she cut her camera on, you
She
expect her
sounds
to
like
be
a
white.
valley girl.
Well,
Yes,
no,
like
yeah.
you mean
So
like
weirdly enough, I don't know if it was a
you
mixture
sound
of
like
me trying
this
to like
one time at band
pinpoint an
camp.
accent, but I used to have like a very like when I was younger, I definitely sounded like I was from DC. But I also like grew up a lot in Texas, so I had this like weird lisp. And the woman that I was like learning to train dogs under, because I learned how to train dogs at 13. So she was like determined that I speak with enunciation. So I don't know if it was because I really loved Clueless, but now I sound like this.
I don't remember the name of the movie, but she was like this one time at band camp. You sound just like her.
That
Oh,
was
Allison.
American
I think
Pie.
her name's Allison Mashaka, but it's like, hold on.
That's American
So
Pie.
And then you got the
this
person.
one
Now you got
time
the girl from.
in camp, we had this
Remember,
flute.
remember that movie? She was like,
That's American. That's
she
from
was like
American Pie.
Tucson.
It was from
Yeah, yeah,
American
yeah, yeah,
Pie.
yeah. American Pie is really funny.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh, what I miss?
mean, I think what's crazy is that hotels have no obligation to like release this. Oh, that one.
And they got him to come on there and talk about Diddy.
He didn't. He said he didn't know what he was coming for. He thought that he was being interviewed for something else.
So
I thought
my
he was
answer
under
to
the
that is,
impression that they were interviewing him about his podcast and such and such.
I think he apologized or he gave like a breakdown of it. My thing for that is, Don't ask another grown man about another grown man on some gossip shit. Don't like I would have did the same shit. Like if I know you got me coming over for the, I'm gonna get like I'm gonna give you the bullshit. Like don't come over here and ask me about this nigga's problem. Like now if anything you ask Mace about that, you feel me? Cause he used to be signed to Diddy and things. Don't ask me that. I ain't got nothing to do with this nigga. I'm Dipset. He used to be signed with Diddy. You ask him them questions. He did the surviving Diddy shit and this, that, you know what I'm saying? This, that. No, he was part of this. Him, Cameron, Joel Santana, Jim Jones, Dipset from New York, Bronx, or where the fuck part of New York they from. Shout out. But you ask Mace them type of questions. He unsigned, broke the contract from Diddy and became a pastor or whatever the case may be. So you ask him them questions. What nigga go from rap to pastor? That nigga saw some shit. I'm just saying. You ask the wrong nigga from the podcast. Uh, no, she's supposed to sign Gucci Man. She's supposed to sign a deal with Gucci Man. No.
So
Think of
I
all Diddy artists fell. So it should have been another failure.
that's what I was gonna. The problem is with like guys like Diddy and Jay-Z is that for some odd reason they don't promote their artists the way that they should. They don't give them the kind of promotion, the kind of shine. They don't help them out to get up in the game as much as they should. And a lot of the times they all draw back. I mean, a lot of these people that we should have been hearing about now didn't make it, not because their music was trash, was because the people that they signed record labels, record deals with was not in it for their best interest. It's kind of like if I buy all of the competition and then I put it in a warehouse, I'm the only thing to be sold. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't really help anyone else out. And I mean, and the thing was like, especially with guys like Jay-Z, it was like, yo, I'm gonna stop rapping. And then 2 months later, he dropped an album. The same time he got his people's dropping album. I remember Jay-Z did that with Bleak. Was it Bleak? One of them. He dropped an
Yeah.
the dude dropped an album and Jay-Z dropped an album literally like a week later. I'm just like, what the who does that? Like, why would you do that to your own artist? But
Jay-Z and Diddy, like with Diddy. Remember we did that what was that show, Making the Band or whatever the fuck. He used to make
right.
them little niggas do crazy shit, walk across the Brooklyn Bridge and back, all that crazy shit, get a slice of pizza, don't let the pizza be cold by the time you come back, all that weird shit. Now think about it. That nigga only had one really successful artist out of his whole career being Diddy. And that's fucking Biggie Smalls.
What?
Name
And
another artist.
that was before he became Diddy too. That was before he became big.
Name
He
another
was Puff
artist that's a
Daddy
household name
at that time,
name
right?
another nigga that's a household
Yeah.
name that was under Diddy. Name another household name that was under Diddy.
Well, you could name like there's
Didn't even know he was under Diddy at that time.
because there was Dainty Kane. There was a couple of them, but the problem is none of them were very successful for too long.
That's what I'm saying. Name a household name. Biggie, we still talk about this nigga to this day.
Oh,
Name a household name.
it's funny you say that.
Doesn't Mary J. Blige sign under him?
She
Was
yeah, she was, but I don't think it was for too long. You know who? You know what? This is gonna sound kind of to your point. I think Shine was gonna be the next big one, and look where that ended out for him. Because for him, and the crazy part was when Shine was locked up, I was waiting for that album to drop. Dude, Shine was the next great thing in my personal opinion. That dude was nice.
Diddy
I
don't
think the
promote his
difference
artists. Jay-Z don't
between
promote his artists.
Jay-Z and Diddy when it comes to how they manage their artists. I think one thing that I've noticed a lot about Jay-Z is that a lot of his artists seem to have something in common, and that's star quality. And that's why he doesn't feel the need to promote them because they are a star within themselves. They will just shine themselves. They will be their own. Like you're gonna come to see them. Like Chloe and Halle barely have to try. Barely.
I mean, you gotta promote Meek Mill. He don't sell himself no more. You gotta promote Meek.
Yeah, but hold on.
Okay,
What you
well,
guys are
we can get
talking
into
about?
many reasons why Meek don't have that,
We
but
definitely
I'm
that's not
talking
what we
can.
about.
need to talk about.
I'm
But hold
talking
on.
about before the
Yeah,
Diddy situation.
right.
Before all
You
this
guys are
Diddy
talking.
shit, he been need that help.
This is very current stuff. You got to think about all the other guys he had coming out with him, like Beanie Siegel. He had like I said, there was Memphis Bleak, Beanie Siegel. There was a lot of Rough Riders was with them. It was a bunch of people under Rock Nation that just didn't go anywhere, and they should have went a lot farther. The Locks were under Rockefeller. MOP. Fuck. It's a
I think a
couple of
lot of
them.
his artists need to be able to self-sell. If you
Well,
can't sell yourself, then it's not going to work out. At least that's what it looks like to me.
no. You're right. But at the end of the day, if let's say the best way I could put it is if you own like the world's best chicken spot, right? And then I'm one of your sister companies, and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna help you kind of get your feet in the door. And then you tell me open your spot up the block right there. This is gonna be your spot. Then I open my spot. Then a week later, you drop yours across the street. It doesn't matter how good I do. You're always gonna steal the business because people know that name. And at some
Now,
point, that's what it became with Jay Z. When he had his artists out there, no matter how much they were dropping, no matter how much fire stuff they was dropping at that, Jay Z was just, hey, you did this, I'm gonna drop a blueprint. You did this, I'm gonna drop blueprint too. You did this, I'm going to drop. Like he was just dropping albums that was just outselling theirs. There was nothing that they could do, regardless, no matter how well they did. If he was always gonna be dropping shit that's gonna blow him out the water, it was like a fighting futility. It did not no good. In fact, Beanie
and I ain't
Siegel
gonna
was at the
lie
same
too.
bullshit.
I
I ain't
think it
gonna
has a
lie
lot to do
too. To
with
agree with
preference too,
Dex,
because I'm from Dallas, Texas, and I don't listen to none of that. I don't listen to Jay-Z. I don't listen to P.
that's
Diddy. I don't listen
because
to
you
none of that
on
shit.
a
But I
that's
mean,
like
because it's
Midwest and
really
West
what's
Coast
in
type
demand
shit.
is what people want to hear and what they want to listen to. And at that time, rap was so hard. Like you had Juvenile, you had Master, you had all the people that I was listening into in Texas and didn't give two shits about what Jay-Z and all them was talking about. So it's just really what's in demand. If his
In the East
people's
Coast
records can't
at
go
that
against
time,
the South and the North and these other
in the
records,
East
then it's
Coast
for
at
him to
that
drop an
time,
album.
and no, in the East Coast at that time, Beanie Siegel was a fucking hot commodity. Memphis Bleak was every artist Dex mentioned was a hot commodity. No reason why they
Where
couldn't
it
have
was
no
a hot
smoke
commodity, it was a hot. They were hot commodities. Where?
on the East
All over the
Coast.
Okay,
East.
is
That's because that's like you remember how it was in the
you know
you
we
remember how it
subjective.
was in the 90s. You know how it was in the 90s, the early 2000s. West
Hold on,
Coast was
hold on,
West
hold on.
Coast,
Everybody
East Coast
rap
was
was
East
hot
Coast.
then. There was a lot. It's
Yes,
not like now
It
where
was still it got divided.
everybody.
West Coast was West Coast, East Coast was East Coast.
and
It
even
was
then,
divided
you
for
got,
a minute.
but even then, you still got West Coast and East Coast rappers that's known on the other end of the world too. So it's not like their reach ended right there.
Now I'm not saying like say like back then like niggas on the West Coast didn't know about Snoop, but niggas on the East Coast they know about like Big and like other East Coast artists like Busta Rhymes, whatever the case may be. But they wasn't bumping each other's shit though.
Yeah, unless they crossed over and like did albums with each other.
And that still wasn't
That's how
until
I,
later.
huh?
And that still wasn't until later. They when that Pac and Biggie shit was going on, the East Coast was the East Coast, the West Coast was the West. They wasn't fucking with each other. There was no it was tension. There was no songs with each other. Every time, wherever East Coast, West Coast niggas was in the same building, it was smoke. There was no, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, bro.
Oh, happy birthday to Biggie.
But Trey, to go back to your initial question as far as if we thought Nicki Minaj would be like in the Cassie situation, I think it would be different because one, Nicki Minaj is very different from Cassie. Their character, their personality is way different, and also two, she came in with a coattail, which was Safari. She came into
And
the
what do
game
you
with
mean
them.
is that?
Cassie was
What do you
looking
mean
for a
by that?
coattail.
As
That's the
far as like
difference.
being her situation,
Hold,
as far as like
Are we
hold
in
on.
talking about
like
Cassie
how the
White?
video, like the you mean, or like dating them wise, because Cassie is his girl and Nikki would be his
Yeah,
artist. So what do you mean
exactly.
like
Should have been an
you gotta
artist.
explain that a little
And
bit better?
I think that she still would have been as big, and eventually she would have went to another label. She would
Huh?
have got big, but eventually she would have moved to another label because she
She wouldn't have
has
gotten
what
big.
it takes to be successful.
She
No,
wouldn't have
either
grew
way,
up
he was
there.
gonna
She
be
wouldn't have got.
successful.
Here's the thing. Remember when Nicki Minaj first came out, Lil Wayne was writing a lot of her music, a lot of it.
Wayne and Safari.
So imagine if she came in and was on any other record label, these people would have been writing her music. She'd have been on her own trying to figure this out.
That's why I said eventually she would have signed with another label. Eventually she would have left him. She would not have stayed for the long haul.
Yeah, but
She would not have. She would have had offers all over the place.
But the thing is,
people can get out of contract.
no, that's not what I'm saying.
We're
What I'm saying is she wasn't that great of a rapper when she first came out. Where she is
Right.
now, I'm not saying that she didn't.
We're not
work her
saying.
way-
Well, I'm not talking about her rapping though. I'm talking about her overall star quality, everything. Her
right.
package.
But that's what I'm
She's
saying. When it comes to
she's
career,
not famous and rich because of her rapping. I mean,
hold on.
it's a portion of it, but it's everything together.
Yeah, but career. But hold on a second. Career wise, you got to put rapping into this. She wouldn't have been as big without one aspect of her whole persona. You understand what I'm saying?
But again, when she first came into it, Safari was writing a lot of her lyrics.
Right,
And
right,
Wayne too.
She was.
So either
Yeah.
way,
Right, but
she
here,
had the
hold
quality to be successful, whether other people were writing her lyrics from the very beginning.
hold on.
You know
But
what I'm
here's
saying? It wasn't
no,
about her lyrics in the
no.
beginning.
It was about her lyrics because her lyrics still had to be good. It still had to be
No, they
good.
did not.
Well,
No,
you
they
also
did not.
have to
She just
consider
had
the
to have a
brand
beat,
deals
a
that a lot
hook,
of these female
and
rappers
a
get to
character.
do that not a lot of male rappers do, which come with,
True.
you know, jewelry, fashion, makeup,
She had the
perfumes.
whole package.
Yes,
So
and
she
And
could
what
go to fashion shows. She could talk to Donatella. She
She's
knows Ann
marketable.
Winter.
right,
Marketable.
right.
the biggest thing y'all got to
So that
biggest thing
kind
y'all
of
not factoring into
solidifies her.
hold
Because look at
on.
Jennifer Lopez. Technically,
the
Jennifer
biggest thing y'all
Lopez
not
is
factoring
like, her
in.
vocal skills are really not that great, but
Jennifer,
They're
she has
not.
high star
hold on,
quality, and that's why she's able to.
but Jennifer Lopez didn't start off as a singer.
Correct. She
No,
started off as a
but her
flat
Like a
acting is the
dancer.
same.
Started off as a
So I
dancer.
look at it
You got to remember these people
equally.
that become into they want to be stars like this. They have experience in all the genres: dancing, singing,
But
acting. They don't just come
the
into it like I'm
biggest
a rapper and that's it. You know what I'm saying?
the biggest
I'm just
thing
saying, if we looked at it without using her musical talent and all of that stuff off the rip, then I don't think she would have been taken as seriously as she is now. She would have been looked at. She would have been looked at one of them big titty bimbos that's just out here just to make money. You understand what I'm saying? The
I
fact is,
disagree.
she had to. Her rapping skills was not there. She
They're
decided
still
I
not.
gotta
They're still
right,
not there.
right,
That's
I
what
gotta
I'm trying to
think
get
too.
you to
The
understand.
biggest thing
None
y'all
of that
missing
has
about this
changed.
too.
right,
None of that
The
has
biggest
fucking
thing y'all
changed.
missing
But she's
about this
got the
too.
hook. She's got the personality. She's got the characteristics. She's got the beat. She's got the total package. You have to
yes,
have it
The,
all.
but you
And
had
she
to
the
have
does.
biggest
some.
thing y'all
But you had
missing
something
about this.
that kept people around. But I agree. No, but I
Yeah,
understand
other
what you're saying. No,
people
no.
writing her
But
music.
I do under. Yeah, but Lil Wayne specifically writing her music was a big draw.
It
Is what
was,
I'm
but
saying.
she wasn't discovered with Lil Wayne writing her music. She was discovered with Safari writing her music,
But
and that's how she got a plug actually because he
yeah,
wrote all her lyrics.
yeah,
But
but
she did do
it's
some of that. What is that stuff y'all do in New York when y'all be rapping with each other?
features.
No, when they be outside,
I
like they,
first.
you know, like
Extra.
battling, rap battle or whatever.
Yeah, hold on. So hold on. Let me. So okay. So let me go ahead and say this. Because when she came out, I was in Afghanistan or some shit like that, if I'm not mistaken. I just kind of heard about her, so I didn't really get a big kind of following on her come up. But if I'm not mistaken, didn't she come up with Lil Wayne? Like, didn't Lil no?
No,
No, Little
she
Wayne
was.
came out before her.
Yeah, Lil Wayne came out years
Well, no,
before
no,
her.
no, no,
He
no.
was already
No. That's not.
he was
I
already
meant like
departed by the time
no,
she
no.
came out.
No, listen. I knew that. No, I meant like I
No,
meant
I
like
guess
didn't
what we're
Lil
saying is he
Wayne.
came out and came up like way before her.
No,
Like
I
Well,
see what
people
you're
are
saying.
saying
no,
that
No, I
Little
see what you're
Wayne.
saying. No, Lil Wayne did peep her. He peeped
right,
her from afar and brought her in.
right. That's
Is
what.
that what
Yeah,
you're
that's what
asking?
I. Yes,
Yeah,
that's what I was
yeah,
asking.
he took
So
her under his wing. Yes, he did.
okay. So with that being said, how much of Safari lyrics did we really even hear on any of her albums?
I
Quite a
think her whole
few.
first
There were
two
quite a
albums is
few.
written by Safari. I think her
Really?
whole first two albums, he wrote half her songs.
Okay. See, I didn't know
Or
that.
at least,
Yeah.
I mean, at least a great portion of it. Between him and Lil Wayne, but it was his lyrics and the stuff that he was writing for her that got her discovered by Lil Wayne. Is my
You know what I
point.
found funny about that?
But it was her delivery.
The lyrics were trash though.
They
But
were. They weren't.
I
I'm not gonna say
gotta
they were trash, but I'm just saying they were
that shit
about
was
25%.
fucking garbage, bro. It
The
just was
lyrics were
I
about
garbage.
gotta I gotta
25%.
I
But when
gotta
you
I
put
got
it with
something to
her
add to it.
personality, her characteristics, her looks, and everything, then you have the total package. Because when they
I got
discover you, it's not about what you are, it's about what they can see you being.
And what
I
can you
got something
sell?
to add to this. I got
Exactly, and
something to add to this.
that's what she had. She would have
One,
never stayed signed to them
one,
people over
say
there.
like if she
Because there
does
are
sign to
plenty of
Diddy,
talented artists that are out
Mhm.
there that'll never be beyond a B-list celebrity because they just don't have that star quality
Yep,
despite
they're
having
not
star
marketable.
talent.
They don't have. Yep, they don't have it all.
I got one thing to
And
add to
it's
this.
it's
I
also people
saw,
out there that are really good and talented, but will never have it because they don't look a certain way, or their personality's
Hmm.
not a certain way, or they're a certain color, or they're gay. But they're
Susan
super
Boyle
talented,
is
and
a
they'll never
perfectly good
be.
example of that.
Yeah, they'll never be famous because of certain aspects of their lives, just certain things. So
I got something to add to this. I saw Nicki before she got signed to Wayne. I saw early Nicki. Early Nicki looked crazy. I'm not gonna catch. Feel like every probably built chicken the Bronx type shit. She didn't get that star quality, star all that shit y'all saying she got woo woo. She didn't get that shit till she got with Wayne. Not gonna lie. Wayne gave her all that.
but
Now I'm going.
I saw her
I saw her
performance
too,
for
and
him. I saw
I
some of
saw
her
I
rap
saw I
battles,
saw
and she's
Nicki. I
always
saw
had
her
those
that
different
too.
personalities. That's something that she
I
brought with
saw her
her.
too. Even if she be talking about personality, everything else he instilled in her.
No,
So now
personalities. Her personalities.
personalities,
Yes.
yeah, that's cool, but
They
everything else
she
built
brought
around
it
them
and they developed it.
personalities.
They didn't
Everything else
create
around
her
them
they didn't create her
personalities.
different personalities. She
I
brought that
didn't
with
say
her
that. I'm
and they
saying
developed that.
everything around her personalities was developed by Lil Wayne and the man. What I'm trying to say is with Diddy, again, we just said none of his artists have never really been successful. Now y'all keep saying Safari, Safari, Safari. What if fucking Diddy don't want Safari around?
That was the whole point.
That
The
crosses
question was that
that
do we think she would be as famous if she was signed with Diddy? And my answer was yes.
yeah, we
I
all
do
say
think she
no,
still would
we
have been
all
famous.
and I say no because again, what if she don't get you? Because you keep everybody keep mentioning, well, she got
She would
Safari
have
to write her
been
lyrics.
famous, but
Now, what
not
I'm
for nearly
saying,
as
what if
long.
she don't got
Right.
Safari? What if Diddy don't want Safari around? Because you know Diddy's a protective nigga. What you call that? Overprotective woo type shit. What if he don't want Safari around?
One or two things. Either Safari ain't gonna be around, aka he ain't gonna be around, or two, there's gonna be red flags to Safari. He would have never been down for her signing, and at the time that was her man. So I never saw where he said he did. I never saw his denials. I just saw him pay out. I mean, from my I didn't like I researched, but I never saw him like defending himself. I just saw it's paid and it's done. Shut up. That's what I saw.
Same
There
shit,
was never
same
no
shit.
I didn't do it. There was just
Okay,
like
yeah,
here, here's this money.
he
Let's let it
didn't,
go.
so he didn't, so he didn't pay out. I think what ended up happening was his company was like, listen, this is too much of a liability. We're gonna pay her to make this go away so we can continue to, make money, like a regular day. And number two, let's
Remember,
be
she didn't sue him; she sued the company, and the
right,
company
right.
was like, "Look, we can't confirm or deny, but this is going to put poor credibility on us. So we're just going to pay you what you feel like you're owed, and we're going to wash our hands of it on our side."
Exactly. And number two, let's be perfectly honest. How many niggas you know, even when they caught dead to fucking rice, won't be like, nah, I don't even know what you're talking about. I wasn't even there. Bro, that's not even my neck, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
But
Listen, what? Yeah, am I the
That's
only person that
problem, no
didn't
less.
see P Diddy was not knee? He got Charles knees. I mean, what's it called? Yo, his knees was touching in his legs. What's that one basketball player they be talking about? He on the NFL channel,
Kenny,
his knees be touching and shit.
Kenny, Kenny the Jet Smith.
Yeah, Rick, listen, P. Diddy got kitty knees, y'all. Well, they were probably the only one room on that floor. Some of those suites, they get the whole top floor. Yeah.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. P Diddy was built like someone's 68-year-old abuela, bro. That nigga was built bad, bro. That shit was funny as hell.
It was.
Nah, I ain't gonna cap. I seen a post from the LAPD, or I think it was the LAPD. They was like, because it was so long, statute of limitations of it, they can't really investigate it and things of that nature type shit. So
Yeah, that's
for
why she
me,
went. That's why she went civil instead of criminal.
yeah, so
Listen. Bill Cosby is innocent. I don't give a
They
damn
said
what none of
he's
y'all say. He didn't do it. I don't care what the jury of his non-peers said, because none of them people was his peers. Nope.
I told you I'm gonna still watch the
Nope.
Cosby
man,
Show.
you heard my answer last.
I
You
just
don't
asked
watched
me
that.
have
on
I
this
to
just
like
question.
the
watched that episode
man
a couple
to
days
like
ago.
his work.
You asked me
Well,
and Dex this
I'm not
question last
canceling. I'm
time,
not
and you already heard
canceling it
what I
because I
said.
feel like Bill Cosby is. When I say innocent, I'm saying that I don't feel that. I'm just gonna say that I feel Bill Cosby innocent, so I'm not gonna cancel him.
So do we think R. Kelly is innocent?
Nah, that nigga guilty.
I think that R. Kelly did some things that he should not have done. But when I have my wedding reception, we still gonna be dancing in the name of love. Hello, step in the name of love.
So we
Honestly,
there
when
to
it comes to
support.
R.
So
Kelly,
we
for
there.
me
So we there.
personally,
So we
I
there to
actually
support
don't want to
pedophiles.
listen to any of his music because I don't want to make him any money.
Yes, I'm just
That
saying. So
man
we
is
just
not making
overly
no money.
supporting
That
pedophiles,
man ain't making no money.
like allegedly.
And you know what? He
Good.
needs money so he can pay these victims.
But so
Well,
we
We're
just
that's
doing
fair.
we
it for
He
just
needs
them.
to make money
overly
We're
to pay
doing it for
that.
the victims, okay?
uh, we overly supporting pedophiles though. Like that's kind of crazy.
Did y'all see the recent pictures of Aaliyah at the Diddy parties?
No, I actually didn't see that. What did
One of
it
the
show?
pictures, y'all. One of the
Listen,
pictures.
listen. Hold on. Listen, before you start, I am not gonna
I
have
guess
you
he is.
besmirch the name of my wife. You
I'm
leave
not
her
gonna.
out
No,
of
I would
this.
never. I would never. I was gonna say that she was probably a victim.
Aaliyah
I
is
mean,
a
I want
goddess
to
and
call her
shall
a
be
victim.
respected.
No, exactly. I would never slander her. I was gonna say that her face in some of those pictures was very concerning. One
I'm
of them
not.
looked like she was literally about to pass out. Like her eyes were so low. She looked so fucked up. I mean, y'all should see those pictures.
I still think an
So
investigation
Some
into
of
her
them looked
death
like she was
should be
having fun,
considered.
yes, and she went to more than one. But there were
let me
some
ask
where
you.
I'm like, I don't
Let me
know.
ask you guys a question. So if I'm not mistaken, at one point they said that she did have like an alcohol and drug abuse problem, right?
I don't
That's what
recall
they
that.
like to say to all
I don't
celebrities in
know.
Well, no,
Hollywood.
no, 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 no. What I'm saying is, if you came to find out, like if I found out right now that that was true, and then knowing that she went to some of these parties, it would make a lot more sense. I'd be like, yeah, you know what? Okay.
No, I wouldn't, because you got to remember how young Aaliyah was. She was only like 21 or 22 when she died. So how much of an actual problem could she
Sure,
really
people
have? And
brought
not
her
only
to
that,
that party against her will. Like, I don't think
Hold
she was
on.
like,
No,
yeah,
no,
let me
no, no,
go
no, no, no,
out.
no. Listen, what I'm saying is, if you get introduced to some fucked up shit at a very, very young age, you develop some coping habits. I'm not saying she might not have been somebody who was like, oh man, let me do a line of coke or let me just drink. I'm just saying, if I found out that she did end up having these addictions, I could understand why now, because after you go through certain things, it's like, yo, you know what? I gotta erase this shit. Like I gotta do what I gotta do
Wasn't
to get it out of my
wasn't
head.
wasn't R.
no,
Kelly
she
dating her
wasn't
like when she was
old
like
enough to be
16 or some shit
having
like
those
that?
types of addictions that we talking about.
But
She
And
but
wasn't
the
old
wasn't R.
enough to
Kelly
be
reason, the
married,
wasn't
nigga, but she
is the
did that shit
name.
anyway. Hold
Yours
yeah
on.
wasn't
didn't
she
sound
dating
like
R.
Hold on,
it. It
hold
Kelly
on.
and they
sounded
was
like
just
she was
She
doing
supporting
better
you
after
know some shit like
leaving.
that? We just
hold on.
we
We
supporting
can't
artists.
use age as an
We
argument. She wasn't
can,
old.
because
No,
she did not
listen,
have
hold
Okay.
on.
enough time to be that
She
fucked up.
wasn't old enough to marry a fucking adult, but she did that shit.
Listen,
Against
you're
her
talking.
will?
You make it listen,
We
all I'm saying is you're using the legal age as an
I'm
excuse.
not using the legal
But
age. I'm
no
using
no
the
no, no.
amount of time that she was on Earth. She did not
Hold
have enough
on.
time
Hold
on Earth
on.
to even be a fucking junkie. She was only here
Bullshit.
22 years. Like,
Bullshit. You do go shoot up heroin every day for the next week and tell me you ain't
she
gonna be a
okay, but
junkie
that's what I'm
within.
saying. She's
But
not shooting up heroin
what
every day.
listen,
man
We're talking about
listen,
successful drug. It could have been on to be a successful career. It could have been no more than alcohol,
Listen,
weed, and maybe some coke.
Video.
She wasn't doing no real hard drugs,
yesterday in
and
high
she had
school.
just got introduced into that lifestyle anyway
listen.
because she didn't.
I
She
just
didn't
saw a
participate until she was about
video
18.
yesterday
So
of
2
girls
or
in
3
high
years.
school sniffing lines of coke in the
Right,
bathroom. I don't
right.
want to hear that
That's
shit.
coke.
Listen. All
Coke and
I'm
heroin
saying.
are
Listen,
completely
I'm
different.
not saying that she
I
was
could
out
do a
here
lot of
doing.
coke for
Listen,
work next day.
I'm not saying that she was out here
The
doing a
point
bunch
of
of
the
drugs.
matter is teenagers is doing
Yeah,
hard drugs in
right.
general.
Listen. What I'm
We're
saying
Instead
not
is
of just
talking
being in
about
the
those
common
teenagers.
shit.
We're talking about
what.
Aaliyah spending
Listen.
time
What
in
I'm
the
saying.
studio. The other half of the time around her parents. We're talking about somebody that got started at 14, y'all.
Again, but look all the shit that happened to her between the age of 14 and
So
fucking
are
19.
you
That
trying
is
to
a
tell me, right? Are
lifetime
you
worth
trying
of
to tell
shit.
me that? You said don't slander your wife's name, but then you're trying to convince me that she was a junkie?
No, I am not trying to convince you she was a junkie. I never said that. Listen, I am saying if something came out that she was, I could definitely see why. I would
And that's the difference between me
understand.
and
It
you,
would
because
make
if
more
something came
sense.
out that she was, I wouldn't fucking believe it. I'd say they were fucking lying.
But you're
That's the
sitting there,
difference.
but then you just said that you see pictures of her at these parties and it looks like she's been
And
to a
I
couple
said
of
I
them.
was concerned about her face. It
Right.
looked like either she could have been someone could have put something in her
Right.
And
face,
did
maybe
she
she
Right.
was
like she was
taking
under the
advantage of. I
influence?
didn't say that she looked like she
But
was
listen,
doing that
no. See, but
wanted
that's the
to.
thing. You're assuming that I'm saying that she might have been addicted because she wanted to be. You realize people will go to these parties, get some shit slipped in the drink. Next thing they know, they got a craving that they don't know about. People get forced to take drugs, and now they end up getting addicted to it. I'm not sitting down saying that she was doing drugs. I'm not saying that I know she was doing drugs. What I'm saying is, if something came out saying that she was, I'd be like, you know what? I get it. That makes more sense to me rather
And
than just
again, I still disagree. If something came out that said that she was, I would say they were lying, they were wrong, and I wouldn't fucking believe it. And I would say it makes no fucking sense. She looked like a victim at them parties, and I wouldn't even entertain it. I
right.
wouldn't
But
even
even
He
entertain the
said
thought. Just
that.
like
He
when Bill
just said
Cosby.
that.
I
Bill
just
That's
Cosby
really
is
getting
innocent.
what
forced to drug going is being a
even as
victim.
a victim, you can still get addicted to some shit. I
She
don't know if
was
you.
not. We're
I'm
not talking about if
no.
we're
You're mistaken
We're
again.
specifically
talking
I'm
no.
not
specifically
saying
We
that
are
she
hypothetical.
is.
We're talking
specifically talking about
specifically
Aaliyah. If
hypothetical.
you ask me this about
I
somebody else,
no.
I might
I'm not.
understand where you're coming
Listen.
from. But because we're talking about this specific person, I'm
No,
saying this
I'm not.
specific person.
I'm not
Dex,
No.
I
saying.
understand
Listen.
100% what you're saying, Dex. I
I'm
understand
not
100%
saying
what you're
she is.
saying.
It's okay. Like for example, for example, if I heard, hey, this dude is addicted to cocaine, I might be like, nah, that can't be true. And then I find out that the dude lived in the middle of fucking the cocaine capital of the world, and all of his friends was cocaine dealers, and them niggas was having parties where they put cocaine in niggas' drink. I'd be like, you know what? I can see why they would say that. It makes
You
sense.
are literally you literally trying to compare. You're doing a
Has anyone
comparison of
seen
one that
any
is
of the
completely
Jaguar
extreme
Wright
and one that's
videos?
not.
I'm
You
not
have
trying.
to remember that
I'm
she
not.
still has to be a functioning artist.
Again,
We're talking about somebody that's a
you're taking
functioning
this.
artist
Listen,
amongst Hollywood.
you're taking this very literal. I'm not sitting down saying she is. I'm not
Because we're
saying
talking about a specific person. If we were
again.
talking about in
Listen to me.
general, no.
No,
If we were talking
I'm
about in
talking.
general, I wouldn't be taking it
But
literal.
it
But
is
since
in
you're
general. It is in general.
specifically
The
talking
reason
about
I
Aaliyah, then it's
listen.
literal.
It is in general. The reason I said hers because I said, hey, I could have sworn I heard something that she was, she had like some addiction problems, and if that was true, I could see where she would have gotten it from. It's just it's a cause and effect
Well,
type situation.
no. Your comment completely just changed. You didn't say I could see where she
No,
got it from.
you
You
didn't
said
infer
I could.
that.
No.
Everyone else seemed to get that.
No.
You
You
didn't get
said
it.
I could
How
see
about
where
this?
it was sick.
How
That's
about
what
this?
you said.
Ask everyone else what they got from what I said because I think
It doesn't
you
matter. Go
just heard
back
what
and
you
look
wanted
at
to
it
hear.
after it's posted.
Dex,
Go
You
back
I
just
and
heard
look
what
understand
you
at it
wanted to
100%
posted.
what
hear.
you
Maybe that
said.
was
I heard
a comment
100%.
right
I
at
know
that
100%.
moment where
I
you
understand you
said
100%, bro.
How about you, Trey? I'm just saying, if I'm the
I
asshole, that's
heard
good. I'm used to being the asshole, but you know what?
No, you're not,
listen,
bro.
I
Because
heard what you
I
said.
heard
I
100%
didn't say
what
you
you
were being an
said.
asshole. I'm just saying that your comment changed because there's a difference between saying I can see how that could happen and then saying I can see how that could be so. There's a difference. Those two statements are completely different.
Semantics, damn it.
It ain't semantics. It's not how I hear things. Like I heard what you said. And I was just responding to what you said.
What you just said remind me of? It reminds me of this saying I heard. What is it? What is it? The way you pronounce something is helping your uncle jack off the horse and helping your uncle jack off the horse. That's what that reminded me of. It's the way. It's not what I said. It's how I said it.
No, it's the word you used. You said I could see that to be. It's literally you said I could see how that could be true, and then you said, I
And
can see
either
how that could happen.
even
There
if
is
it
a
was a
difference.
word, even if it was a single word, that one word should have made that much of a difference because again, I understood what he meant. You feel me? So it shouldn't have been no whole argument, no whole thing. I still understand what he meant.
You did, but that you understood what he meant, but I heard what he said. There's a difference. Again, you understood what he said. I heard what he said.
You
There is
inferred
a
what?
difference.
No, you
I heard what he
inferred. You
said,
No,
and
inferred
I
what
know
you
what
wanted
he
to
meant.
infer.
I didn't know. I did not infer anything.
You
I
did.
heard the
You
words you
did.
said.
No,
No, he's
listen,
the one
listen,
who inferred.
listen, listen.
He
If I said,
understood
listen,
what you said.
hold on,
I
hold
heard
on,
it.
hold
There's a
on.
difference.
Back up. I need you to understand something. If I put out information, if my words are misrepresent as misunderstood, as long as what I meant to say is what I said, that's what matters. How you
Yeah,
inferred
but what
is
you
up
meant
to
to
you.
say is not
No,
what you
what
said.
I said exactly what I meant to say. If I heard, if it came out that that this was true, that she had these addictions, I would understand why. I definitely would. I could see where it came from. I wouldn't be like, oh my god, where would this come from? I wouldn't. I would see how it could happen because you've seen a
And
lot
that's
of shit.
completely
Sometimes you gotta
understandable.
right. Like,
Listen, you can repeat it as many times as you want.
oh, I don't have to. I already got my validation.
Man, that's just like the same shit with most of these Nickelodeon kids and these Disney kids, like how they was exposed to all that bullshit now and then say like if they was to get older and have drug addiction problems, I gotta understand wild type. It's the same shit.
No, it's not.
Same shit.
You know why it's not the same shit? You know why it's
Listen,
not the same
Leah.
shit? Hold on, nephew. You know why it's not the same shit? Because of what you just said. You said if I found out that these people had drug addiction problems, I could understand how
I
that
said
happened. You
if.
did not
No.
say,
I
oh,
said,
I
I
could see
said,
how that could be true.
knowing that the problems that the Disney, you mean, because they was saying allegedly, like, it was some shady shit going on with the Disney shit, you mean, where, it was some drug and then some bullshit going on. I said that, but I just didn't go for detail into that. I said, knowing what I know about what happened with the Disney shit, I did say that. I didn't just say, you just did hear what you wanted to hear. You
No,
just
I
did it.
didn't. First of all, your
Yes,
your
you did it.
explanation of what you
No.
said is completely different from what you said. You have to understand that when you say something and you make a comment and then you try to reiterate that comment, you are adding additional context to your initial statement. Therefore, when he said it the first time, what he said was that he would believe it to be true. But when he explained what he was saying, it made it seem
Hold
like
on,
he was
back up.
saying
Hold,
that
whoa,
he
whoa,
could
whoa, whoa, whoa.
understand how
I
that could be
never
true.
once said I
And
believe it to be true. I asked everyone. I said, hey, wasn't there something about her being addicted, if I'm not mistaken? It came out. That's what I said. I never said I believed it to be true. I never said I knew it was true. I
Talking
said,
specifically
if
hypothetical.
right, I asked everyone, what didn't it come out? And everyone was like, no, I don't think so. I'm like, yeah, I think it did. If I'm not mistaken, I do remember it coming out somewhere. But
the
I never,
question was, do we you the question was, I recall hearing something come out, blah blah blah. Your
right.
statement was the
I
end where you said
recall
that you
hearing it. Hold on, I recall hearing it. Doesn't make it a matter of fact. It's something I recall. And one thing that we've all
okay,
realized is that
okay,
And you
people's
none of
did
that is
memory
ask
the
are
everybody.
point of this
highly.
conversation. What you said at the end is the point of this conversation,
What did
where
I say
you
at the end?
stated that you believe it to could be
I
true, or
never
whatever you
said.
said,
I
because
never
now we
used the
said
word.
it so many
I
times, I'm
You
said
said
like,
if
if
we
I
found out,
did.
again.
right?
But the point
If we
was,
found out it was true, I would understand. I would see where it came from. That's just
nah.
me saying. That's me saying, hey, if a store is in the middle of crime alley, I could understand why Batman's fucking parents got shot. Like I get it. It's correlation. It's causality. I never
All
said I
right, well,
believed it. I never said it was
we've
true. I
read this
just said
so
I
many
would
times,
get it.
I don't even remember what the fuck we talking about. So next topic.
Nope.
No, it doesn't matter. It does not change a damn thing.
I will. I will. Come on. Okay.
Bro, you can't apologize for spitting in someone's face and think it's gonna be okay. Or
So,
I
Real Life
mean,
Productions is a company I've been watching for a little bit. I started watching their Jaguar Wright interview, and if you kind of coincide them with the Cat Williams interview, it's really eerie how consistent they are, but from different angles. So when they did the Orlando Brown interview, I'm still watching it. I'm going to tell you right now, Jaguar should have been there to translate this. I mean, no, it's obvious he's traumatized, but like he's still in character. So like it's a bit hard to digest, but he's making sense if you really just take time to break down what they're saying and then correlate that with Diddy's behavior amongst other elitists like him.
I ain't gonna lie. I seen this one video the other day. I was just scrolling through reels. I think it was like never YouTube shorts for reels and shit, or probably on TikTok. I don't know. I was scrolling and shit or something. I saw this video. It was Mike Tyson and Diddy. They was on a talk show. Interview dude talking and talking and shit. Diddy tries to put his hand on Mike Tyson's lap, and Mike Tyson two-hand that bitch and put it right back where it belonged on his where it came from type shit. I'm like, nigga, you gonna try Tyson? No. I don't remember, but I remember it was this one joint where it was like Fabulous,
I see.
P Diddy, a couple other niggas, and he kept like, yo, like, Fab, why you don't like the party? Like, why you don't be trying to party with me, man? Like, you gotta come party with
Wasn't
me.
that
Like, he was like
Cameron?
pressing me. No, it was Fabulous. He was
Oh,
pressing
Fabulous.
this nigga like, yo, bro, like, come party with. Like, no, I've been to a couple of your, oh, but you be dipping and shit, bro. Like, no, like, come party with you. Like, he really was
Yeah.
pressing this man. I'm like, why is you so? It was weird. Like, I ain't even gonna lie, it was weird. Like, I never saw another grown man like so. Like, bro, you got to come party with me, man. Like, you got to let me come. Like, yeah. I'm like, what?
I seen a recent one where he was, figuratively speaking, sniffing Coy Leray, and Busta Rhymes checked him. He's like, "That's my goddaughter." Y'all seen that one?
Wait.
Spoiler, right? Oh yeah, but Benzino's also
Yeah,
trash.
yeah.
So
And then Busta was like, "That's my goddaughter." Mm-hmm.
That's pretty
Benzino
funny.
ain't shit, and I don't care what anyone says about it.
Mm-mm. No, it was a before that Cassie video came out. It was a list of celebrities that was still supporting Diddy. It was like 10 to 15 on that list. Now I don't know. This was before the Cassie video. It was Scrappy, Stevie J. I can't remember exactly the names on that list, but Scrappy and Stevie J was definitely on that. But Scrappy was number one on that list. But
Listen,
now
hey, I
that was
don't
before the Cassie
like.
video. That was before
As
the
a matter of
Cassie
fact, he
video
was in the
dropped.
video with Coy Leray.
But no, look, that was before the Cassie video dropped. Now you see after the Cassie video dropped, Strappy, he dropped a little video like, bro, that was some weird shit, that was some wild shit.
Yeah,
I can
because
respect
I
that
feel
type
like
shit.
they was into the same
So
thing. That's
he
why they
losing.
wasn't
He's starting since that
nah.
video. Since that video
They
dropped, he's
just like
starting to lose his supporters and shit like that.
I
But he
mean,
still had niggas supporting him and shit.
a lot of these people did see what happened to Ashton Kutcher and that other broad, I forget her name, Jackie from that 70 show. Yeah, thank you, Mila Kunis. They came out and said oh man, we support Harvey Weinstein, and the world tore them motherfuckers apart. So I
No, it
mean,
wasn't Harvey Weinstein. Well, did they support him
was it
after
Harvey Weinstein?
Danny's? Because
no, it was the other guy.
Masterfield.
Danny
It
Matheson.
Masterfield.
was
Yep, sorry,
yeah.
But
my
that's a
bad. But
whole
Yeah, you're right.
Scientology topic.
You talking about Hodge?
They've known him for
He did
such a
that
long
shit.
time. I mean,
yeah, but
people lie
Tophin,
about parts of
No,
their lives all the
yeah,
time.
but Tophin Grayford, Tophin, the dude that played the main
Hodge.
character, Eric. Eric didn't like him at all. Eric was like, "Oh, he did that shit. That motherfucker is stupid." Eric said that shit off rip when it first. Eric was like, "Yeah,
Oh,
he did
I
that shit. He's a
think his
dickhead."
name is Topher Grace. But
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
thank
he
you,
didn't get
Topher.
along with a lot of people on
Yeah,
that cast,
yeah.
But
though.
you know what? You got to remember though, people show their personality to certain people. Like there are different people around
Yeah.
other certain groups of people. So
Oh yeah, I love the Branch.
I mean,
they choose who they show certain personality, certain characteristics to. You know.
But
Mm.
but I
I
mean,
ain't
yeah,
picky and
I
choosy in my shit. I don't support none of that shit. Once I hear you got some money in your name and you don't clear it up, and don't get cleared up by the court of law or none of that nature, I can't fuck with it.
so hold on. How much time you giving
Not even
somebody to
a
get
court
that
of law,
shit
but
cleared up? Are you
monopoly.
kind of like, nigga, you got
Oh
2
no,
weeks, or it's one of those,
The
no,
jury is
you got
not
a month
always
or
your
no,
two.
peers. I'm gonna tell you that right
no.
now.
Like even if like say like even if you try to like like most like when you get smut on your name, it's bad for you to try to clear it up yourself. It's most best to like try to
Hmm.
the court clear it up type shit. 'Cause most niggas
Yeah,
when they do try to clear it up themselves, they say some dumbass shit. Like fucking
yeah.
for instance, just for example, like Drake when fucking came to the market and throwing all them fucking keto joints at him,
Oh my
and he was
God, are we
basically
going
like.
there?
He was basically like, well, if I would have did it, I'd have been in jail by now, right? Like shit like that. Like nigga, that don't sound convincing. You feel me?
Hold on. Do, do you know what Drake did?
No, but I'm
Drake
just
pulled
saying like
the
it don't convince me. So
Drake
it's
pulled
like
the
you
OJ.
gotta.
Drake pulled the OJ Simpson. Remember, he wrote that book. I didn't do it, but if I did, this
But
is
if
how
I
I
would
would
have
have
did
done
it,
it.
I never hit a body. But if I did, this is where it would be.
Like nigga, like me, like I ain't saying like I'm still gonna listen to your shit while you getting like I'm not fucking with you though. Like Bill Cosby, I don't fuck with Bill Cosby. I don't fuck with R. Kelly. Like
Bill Cosby
that,
innocent.
Hold
I
on,
don't give a
but
fuck.
like I said, how
Everybody did
soon?
quite lose back
Listen,
then. Come on.
hold
I
on,
ain't saying the man
hold on,
innocent when he married the fucking
hold on,
underage
hold on.
girl. I'm not rocking with that.
I just got some questions.
I
How
got a
quick is
daughter. I
this?
can't rock with that.
Listen, I just got a question. How quick is this fall off? How much evidence you need, and how much do a motherfucker? How much time do they got to clear their name? Because you
No,
seem to be like, that dude right there. Nah, I ain't fucking with you no more, my bro.
no, me personally, like you got to personally try to clear up your shit, and then like again, like if you try to clear your shit, if you say some dumb shit, like how Drake said that dumb shit, I'm not fucking with it because it's not convincing. If the court of law, don't get me wrong, some niggas you can pay like sometimes the bag help you in the court of law type shit. You can go, to go on the
That's why
different.
we are the
For
court of law.
me,
The streets is the court of
that's what I'm
law.
saying. So for me in
Either we gonna
general,
continue
once
to
you
support them
once
and
you
put money
once
in their
you
pocket, or we not.
no, for me in general, you get that smut on your name, even for me like a nigga like Mike Jack, it's over.
Well, what about okay? That's interesting you say that because so um just recently oh my gosh Edward Scissorhands, help me out, y'all.
Oh,
Johnny Depp.
Help
oh,
me.
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp was accused of some shit, and it was proven that he was innocent, but he wasn't out there saying I didn't do it. I wasn't. He just took it to the court of law. But when she accused him, you wrote him off automatically right then.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. You talking about with the shit with his wife?
Huh? Yeah, yeah. Do you
I
know
ain't
what
gonna care.
the chick? I can't hear Amanda. Her the one she was on that movie Aquaman.
But I ain't gonna care. If we talking about that situation with his wife, she was a dickhead. So that was I ain't that was she was an asshole. So it was like
But that's just an example of
I
people
don't I don't I
saying
don't
shit about
support
people
like
that's not true.
I don't support abusive relationships by dancers. I don't support no female putting no hands on no nigga. I don't support no nigga putting no hands on no female. But at the same time, if you do them such things to
You
a nigga,
provoke
like even it don't matter if I motherfucking you mean and shit. You don't put your hands on somebody. You leave.
and you damn sure don't shit on their pillow.
You feel me? You leave. So
Yeah.
it's like shit. She chose to stay in the situation. He chose to stay in the situation. Like, fuck it.
She did. Yeah,
You didn't
she
know
shit
about
on his
that?
pillow and then tried to act like it was a dog. All you didn't watch the show
Listen,
on TV. I mean the show. It wasn't even the show. You didn't watch
all,
the trial on TV.
all I'm trying to say is, do you know how much anger you have to fucking hold on to scoot over someone's pillow and drop a log, nigga? That's a lot of fucking anger, bro. Like that's a lot of hate. Like
I
how could you maintain
honestly,
that anger for so
He said the
long?
dog did it.
I would have absolutely put hands on her. I would have physically put
No,
hands on her,
and that's what I'm
and
saying.
I
So
would
you can't.
have
For that
been very
situation, you can't
violent
get. For
because
that.
I'm clearly not working with a sentient human being. I'm working with a
Okay.
feral wild animal.
So this is what I'm saying. So for me, from that perspective, I can't get mad at Johnny Depp. You feel me?
Yeah, I
I
was just
really
using
can't.
that as a point as far as how like people immediately wrote him off. He lost all his
No.
contracts. He lost his
Oh,
movies.
Johnny
He
Depp,
lost
one of my favorite
everything.
actors.
And then they
Johnny
come to
Depp, one of
find
my
out
favorite
because you
actors.
remember he did Jack Sparrow, Captain Jack Sparrow. He
That's
lost the
one of my
contract
favorite
with
movie
that. He lost
franchises.
contract with Disney. He lost all of his work because she said something. But then it comes down to the court of law that it wasn't true.
And she lost some shit too.
Dior was the only
Not as
one that stood
much.
by him.
Not as much.
Well,
Not as
Dior
much.
stood back for him.
No,
But
only reason why
she
she
didn't
didn't lose as much because she
after
didn't
people
have
found
as
out she
much.
was lying.
But
No,
she
Still
lost
no
some
no no.
roles.
she did.
Still
She just did Aquaman. She had just
she
finished
did
a movie with Aquaman with
Iron Man, Aquaman too. She
yeah, they was Aquaman too.
I mean, they not going to stop fucking filming a movie in the middle of
bro,
filming because of this shit. But
they stopped
They
filming fucking Harry Potter mid. They re-recorded this shit because of his.
Jonathan Majors, yeah, because he was on the road to listen. That's
well,
another. That's
I
another
know she
touchy
lost
subject
some
because that
roles, but I
man
know
said,
she didn't lose all her. That's why I say I know she lost some. I said that I know she lost some. She didn't lose
She
all.
lost
She
the
lost
roles
some.
that she wasn't already cast, that she didn't already start like
yes, she
doing
didn't
work
already start
on.
in.
But
Yep. She
he
didn't build
lost
up
work
forever. Johnny Depp
like
lost the last 20 years of his life.
like he
She
lost
still
he lost.
got she still got the work she had, but she lost her future work. Put it like that.
Well,
No,
not
she
All the
even.
work
didn't.
she had
No,
lined
She
up.
didn't know
no.
what work.
So
But
so 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 the
knew what
Pirates
she
of the
did there.
Caribbean, the Pirates of the
No, I'm not talking
Caribbean,
about
they
Johnny. I'm
took.
not talking about Johnny. I'm talking about the
Oh,
chick. I'm talking about the wife. I'm talking about the
Amanda.
wife.
Yeah.
oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I'm talking about the wife. She got
Amber
the
Heard.
work. She got the
She
wife. She got the work
Yeah,
she got, but she
Amber.
lost her future work. That's what I'm saying. She lost her future roles and shit like that. What she had lined up type shit.
maybe because there are still a lot of people that's kind of like, oh, she wasn't wrong. And I'm like, she's shitting this nigga pillow. Like,
Not
bro, you
very
wrong.
many. More people were believing Johnny Depp, I would say, as far as public opinion, than her, and that's why she left the country. She's in Spain right now, and she's become a citizen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it wasn't honestly as far as how I go. It wasn't that people. I believed him more than her. I believe that she provoked everything. She was the reason that these things were happening because
She seemed like an asshole,
she initiated it all.
Let me tell you.
Every story that she had was
and she
because
was
she
lying,
initiated and instigated a situation that went too far.
and she was lying in the court.
Let me listen.
Listen, was she sniffing in the court? Did y'all see that? Was she sniffing in
What?
the court?
Oh yeah, I see it. I watched. Listen, at that point I
I
was
looked
still
at that
doing
video
legal work.
over and over
I sat
again.
down while I was at work doing other people's legal files, just watching this case. Like, oh my god,
I
this
My
is
mom was on
watched
that
that.
shit.
thrilling.
I
My mom
watched
was
that
watching that
thing
shit.
so many times. It literally like she took a line out of that Kleenex, and it was
Hold on.
crazy because how she did it. And then at the end, she did that universal. I just snorted a line move where they hit that like that. Where
That,
they y'all can't see me, but I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah, that little thing right there. I was like, oh shit,
hey, you know what? You know what?
that was
Listen,
quick.
I respect Johnny Depp for that whole thing simply because, and I'm gonna say this, the motherfucker had to put some fucked up shit out there too. When he was talking,
Yeah,
he was like, "Yeah, I did this shit. Yep, I'm not
yeah.
proud, but yep, I did this horrible shit." Bro, do you know how much fucking energy it takes to put out your
that's
dirty
why I can't
laundry?
fault that
Mhm.
nigga. He said, "Yes, I did it."
Nigga said, "Bro, he's like, I'm not proud of myself. He's the dude was like, I'm not fucking innocent. Oh,
Right,
but you know, but I'm not guilty. I'm not
right.
guilty. I'll tell you that much.
And
I'm
he
definitely
proved
not
it.
innocent, but I am not
And he
fucking
proved it.
guilty."
And
And
it
that
wasn't
goes with
that
what I
he
said.
proved
The
it.
nigga,
She actually proved it. Her actions and everything that everybody said about her and the videos and stuff, she proved his case.
Well,
She proved it.
the one thing that she'll
she shit on my pillow, so y'all beat the shit out of her.
let me tell you, let me tell you how iconic. Let me let me tell you how iconic Amber Heard is. Hold on. Let me tell you how ironic
And
Amber Heard is after this. Did you guys know? And I seen this the other day. I don't know. I hope it was like a fucking like a fan art or whatever. But there is a portion in like a Spider-Man comic book where one of the characters is now stooping over, taking a shit on someone's pillow.
oh, I didn't see that.
Yep, I was like, get the fuck. Yep, she's immortalized. She's gonna forever be known as the pillow shitter.
Mm-hmm. Who just posted? Who just put in the thing talking about the janky blunt roller? Who's the
Oh,
janky blunt roller?
yeah, that
The
was me. I
shit
said that
teller.
forever ago.
My blood's good. I don't know who that is.
Listen, I want you.
Listen. I only smoke white boys, so
Listen, I want y'all to completely understand. If any of y'all ever hang out with me, that's me. Sadly, I don't roll. I
you're
don't
the
roll a
janky
blunt.
blunt roller.
Like, I don't. First of all, I ain't never get that because I don't roll blunts. I ain't never rolled blunt day in my fucking life.
Oh, I only smoke papers.
I oddly enough,
You a janky
when
paper roller
I
too?
got old enough to start smoking weed, I was already in the military. So like I never learned. I just kind of like be hanging around. People like, hey, you want to smoke? You know, sure, why not? I'll smoke that. Yeah, let's do it. Uh, Fortunately, I've never ever had to prepare my own weed.
So what do you do now?
Oh, I have like a bunch of one hitters. I got bongs. I got little pipes. I got all kinds of fucking shit.
Too.
Uh, plus, here's my thing. I feel like I don't ever finish a blunt anyway, so I don't see the point in rolling it. I like my shit fresh. Like if I roll a blunt,
Me either, because I use a cone tip every time. Ain't no roaches. Ain't no roaches.
I'm all about conservation, man.
you know,
Weed is expensive.
Oh,
I don't have time
let
to
me
be
tell
out here
you
wasting it just because I'm trying to be real
something.
fresh.
not for nothing, you do kind of sound a little hippie-ish.
No, for
Oh, I'm
Decent,
super old school, man. Like
decent enough,
I would definitely
man.
say when I started,
Hold
I
on, let me
learned
see
from
that.
actual hippies.
you sound like
That
my
makes
mom's friend
sense.
Lauren.
Let me
She
see if
white
I
as
get.
hell.
But no, I mean, I get it. Everyone has their own method, but like, I don't have enough money to sit here and do some of the things you guys are talking about. I just make sure that I use the methods that I use to keep my bud fresh. I roll
Right.
it as soon as I get it, and when it runs out, I get some more, and it's great. Woo!
You know the best part of not rolling is my weed lasts forever now.
I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, I like. Listen, I listen. That's a fucking brag. I'm bragging on everyone in this bit.
You can brag on your tiny hits. Absolutely. Your little mouse lung
I was
hit.
gonna show you. I
Hey,
don't know. It's getting
it's
a little
okay
dark out here, but I was
if
gonna
it
show y'all my babies
if it worked
while
for
we're
Oh,
me.
talking
there's
about it.
determination.
Nice.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's he a teenager. This one he didn't do so good, so I let
Beautiful
him go. I got one more.
babies.
Look at those little babies. Look at you.
Nice.
It's a little bit. That's the street light right there. It's time to go in the house. Y'all the street light on.
Shit.
Let me get myself in the house, y'all.
I got about 30 seconds left of sunlight till it's nighttime over here.
Well, I mean, oh, okay. We'll save it for the next show. Because I was just gonna say, y'all just see the prosecution arrested this case in the Donald Trump trial. Just arrested his case, and Michael Cohen was the last person to testify. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Boom.
I'm sorry. Goat TTV 215 on Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram.
Hey, so if you have Instagram, you can find me. Just look up Allison Salt. If you're on FetLife, you can add me Allison_Salt. I'm also on Model Mayhem, WeedTube. Under WeedTube, I'm under Garden Babe. I think that's all. I think that's all I can remember.
Or you forgot about
Which one?
hi, I'm Allison. Surprise, I'm black.
Oh yeah. Can I start over?
You can find me
I
on
ain't gonna lie.
Complicated Discord on most places that you can get your podcast. Taste of Elegance Bartending, Facebook, Instagram, uh, and I'm on Twitch too. But with that's not. I ain't gonna talk about that right now.
Tush. You said tush? Like a booty? No, I
Good.
prefer Arbor Mist, y'all. I prefer Arbor Mist.
I feel like somebody's waiting for me to say, yeah, my OnlyFans is this right now. I feel like that's what we're waiting for. That's the next logical step.
Mm-mm. No, I'm not. I'm just on here because it's fun. That's it. You can find me here on Geek'd with Trey every once in a while.